There is no denying that the law is important because it is a source of power for legal action against criminals and also for protecting victims.
I feel sometimes legislation takes too long of a process. There should be a local community group that people can participate in, that they can turn up to talk about issues such as this, not just about violence against women, but maybe other issues as well.
It's essential to table Malaysia's sexual harassment bill, and here's why. Strong legislation forms the backbone of our commitment as a society to ending violence against women. Furthermore, it also proves that there is political will to address structural causes behind multiple forms of discrimination against women. And lastly, legislation alone doesn't help end violence against women, but taken together holistically, it is the start of the path towards a society free from gender-based violence.
It is the responsibility of all, including victims, family members, community members, and authorities to stop gender-based violence.
It's in fact the responsibility of every one of us to ensure that there is an end to gender-based violence, particularly in the family. It begins with the simple fact of raising children to be equal, be they girls or boys, and in particular teaching boys to not have sexist stereotypes against girls so that they naturally grow up into men without any propensity for gender-based violence. Now, the community, of course, is merely a reflection of what happens within the family structures, so everything really begins at home.
It's the fear that they might get into deeper trouble. Well, of course, there's also a lot to worry, what will happen to them when they go back. Well, will their children suffer from this, or will their relatives or friends have a different opinion on them? So a lot has to be taken into account.
The stigma around seeking help really comes from societal prejudices, which mean that one feels like you're washing your dirty laundry in public. It will take many mechanisms to actually come together so that women who are living through domestic violence not only report it, but immediately after reporting, what avenues do they have for not just being safeguarded, but to be legally protected and at the same time to rebuild their lives and move on. When it comes to these three factors being comprehensively addressed, I think that is when we will come to a point that we can finally move beyond any remaining stigma.
I call on all women to come forward and fight for their rights against all forms of discrimination and violence, while to members of the community, be a caring citizen. Together, we fight violence against women.
My message for IDEVO 2020 is simple. Let's all be active bystanders. And this means we step in, we speak up, or we reach out when we see a woman in need. And more important than anything else, let's all believe survivors.